Okay, we are live again. And welcome. And if you're watching this on replay, um, well, thank you for clicking on the excellent thumbnail. That was the first joke today. Yeah, we're going to talk about YouTube. It's a symptom of something much more important, I would say. But let's give it a few seconds so that people can join the chat. Suscott, Sage Munafo says skål. Well, thank you, skål. And Angela is here, getting ready for work. Ella says morning from Tranada. I don't know how to pronounce that. And Ove is here. Lots of people are joining right now. Okay, wonderful. Fear the Honey Badger is here. Beer Lover 666 is here. And Jem and Larger Than Sylvester's. It's all about the food. Saying morning from the UK. And Stephen from Idaho. And Mark. Well, I could go on and on. How wonderful is this? Lots of good people here joining now as we speak. So, it's a strange time that we are living in, isn't it? And a lot of things are going on right now. Things are changing rapidly. Society will not look the same, not even 1 year from now. It will be quite different. And the truth is, I think that we don't really know what's going to happen. We can guess, and there are some things that, it's like you could bet $10,000, for instance, on that. And, I would bet on that, and I'm that certain about these things. But there are other things as well that we don't really know. One thing we do know is that a lot of people are quitting YouTube right now. Large channels, many of them. Why is that? They all, well, basically they are. I know this because they will typically be making a video, the last video, explaining why they're quitting. And then in a couple of cases, they have come back and said that, you guys reached out to YouTube for me and now it's okay and so on. And I will continue thanks to you guys, which is wonderful. However, I think it's only a question of time before it all slips back into the mess that we are in now. And I'm not talking only about YouTube, but society as a whole. We're going to talk about social media and YouTube in this video, and that might not be interesting to everyone, but it is interesting to me, so that's why I'm talking about it. So, okay. What these YouTubers are saying is something that resonates with me as a YouTuber myself. It's the feeling that we're being, as creators, we're being expected to do more and more and more, upload more and more content for less and less pay. Now, there will be people writing, maybe in the comments, maybe also writing in the chat here, that you shouldn't do this for money. That is, well, that's not entirely true. If I wasn't doing this for money, no, let me rephrase that. I'm not doing this only for money, of course. This is not even my real job. I'm a novelist, and which pays a lot better than YouTube, I have to tell you. But um, in order for me to, and this is the same reasoning that all of these YouTubers are stating. in order for us to be able to create content on a regular basis, there needs to be an income. We all know what YouTube has been doing lately. They are pouring ads into the videos. I'm being told that on a replay, on a live stream on this channel, for instance, there can be as many as 20, 25 ads in an hour. That's a live stream of 1 hour, 20, 25 ads in that. And okay, I can't opt out of that. They're going to do that. I can't. I can't. If I demonetize, doesn't matter. They will do it anyway, and it says in their terms. Why is it when they pour ads, more and more ads into my videos and live streams, that I get less and less and less for ad revenue from my videos and live streams? Why is that? Should be the opposite, right? Big mystery. That's a big mystery. So basically, it's a combination, and I'm talking not only for myself, I'm talking for those who have actually quitted. It's a combination of the shadow banning, which is a real thing, because I can see it. I can see it on the statistics. The shadow banning, the unsubscribing of people, the censorship, which is just childish, basically. And the constant push and stress from YouTube to us towards us creators. Make more, make more, make more, and be constantly online, and you'll get paid less. But hey, you'll get paid something. So I think that the whole combination of negative things has gotten to a level now where people are asking themselves, why am I doing this? And they find that they find the answer, and the answer is that I shouldn't do this. It's not worth it. I should spend my time doing more positive things. And as I've said before, if YouTube had come into a boardroom, I've been in many, many, many meetings as a novelist. I've talked with movie production companies and so on, and several publishers, and they all have some, an offer on the table, and so on, so on. So if they had offered these conditions that YouTube is offering, we would just have it would be laughable. They wouldn't even have been taken seriously. They would have been out of business in a matter of hours, I think. So it's like, no, we can't work under these conditions. Well, I'm still here. But if YouTube is continuing down the road where they are going, and I'm going to talk about where I think they are heading, but if they do that, which I think they will, at some point, in the future, I will be gone. I will be gone from YouTube. To those people out there who are either making an income from YouTube or planning to do so, planning to make it on YouTube, I will say, I think, in my personal opinion, that's a very risky plan. I would not do that. Because here's what I think is going to happen. They're going to pay less and less for the ads. So your ad revenue will be less and less. You're then going to upload more and more to try to get to the same level of income. You're going to work yourself almost into the grave doing that. And YouTube is going to keep pushing. Oh, make shorts, make shorts. There's such good advertisement for your videos. Hey, YouTube, you know what? Why don't you advertise for my videos? Why don't you show people my videos? Huh? Why don't you do that? It's your effing job, not mine. They're going to keep doing that, and their aim, and please take notes now, because this one, I'm quite certain about this one. Their aim is to pay nothing or very little to the creators, because they're looking at all these other platforms where the creator get no ad revenue, and they are cursing the people that started YouTube because they set up this which business model, which was awesome. You know, you could just make videos and get ad revenue. That was before Google, the Google trolls took over and all that. And they are cursing them, because if they had started the whole thing now, there would have been no ad revenue, trust me. And that's their goal, that's their aim, that's where YouTube is heading. And then they will say, you know, we're giving you such wonderful exposure here. So why don't you go and get sponsors so you can sit there in your videos and promote some stuff that people should, you know, the companies want to sell to people, your viewers, and also, you know, why don't you try to sell your merch? And that's how you will make an income here on YouTube. And my answer to that is, why don't you go into a dark room and funnel your private pots? Because I won't be part of that. That's not how I roll. So I don't have a crystal ball, and you don't need a crystal ball to see that this is probably where they are heading. And I think that's an additional reason to why so many large YouTubers are quitting now. Because, you know, why stay with a sinking ship, or a ship that is heading to a place that, you know, you don't want to go there? No, you wouldn't stay, you know. So that's my, what you call it, 5 cents, 50 cents. 50 cent is a rapper, isn't he? That's my 1 cent, 5 cents, something like 2 cents. Okay, 2 cents. So okay, and as I've said before, I hope I'm wrong. And some of us, you know, and there are lots of us in the chat now, we have the ability to keep the mind clear. And when you keep your mind clear, you can see what's going on. And you don't need to be a genius to see what's going on here, you know. I'm kind of talking from the viewpoint of someone with a business and business and administration education, which is what I did in university. It's very obvious what's going on now. So let's see here. Let's see. I'll just scroll up. In the chat a little bit. Yeah, well, Google owns YouTube, but Google is part of the Alphabet Corporation, not the Alphabet people, the Alphabet Corporation, which is owned by, you know, you at some point you meet the people if you follow the lines, at some point you meet the people who also own things like, for instance, um, the factories producing the big cough medicine and things like that. So it's all connected, and mainstream media, and um, okay. Let's see here. Let's scroll down a little bit. So people will be saying that go to Rumble, and as I always say, I am on Rumble. But you know what? It's like I said, Rumble hasn't even paid me $10 yet because so few people are watching my videos there. Um, but it's not $10. I think it's not even up to $2 yet. That's how few people are watching my videos there. And I don't know if it's ever going to pay any over there. I would treat that as my main platform now if I could. Okay. uh, I don't Black Pigeon Pilled. I don't know what millennial is. Millennial. I don't know what that is. Michelle said something. YouTubers fleeing to Rumble. Yeah, it's if you don't want or don't. Yeah, I just said it. um, I didn't improve my lighting. It's just that it's daylight. Um, and John says problem is Rumble will eventually change to become new YouTube. Well, could happen. Could happen. Most people out there will sell their soul for the right money. Um, I have my own website. It's above my head, the website address. That's my main platform. Um, yeah, well, there are streams. I can do Rumble streams, okay, but then I have to pay StreamYard to use StreamYard because you have to use StreamYard or something similar to live stream on Rumble. Okay. Um, okay. Millennial is an annual monthly stream. Uh, well, they can reach out. That yeah, of course. I'd never heard about it, but I have to be honest with you. If that's on YouTube, I'm hardly watching anything on YouTube anymore. Because whenever every time I go on YouTube, they it's that suggested videos thing, and it's just crap. Everything is just crap. So why would I'm YouTube? You need to stop doing that, because people don't want that, and then they don't go to YouTube anymore. You know. So yeah, there's a free version of StreamYard, but you can't use this free version if you want to live stream on Rumble. You have to upgrade. Nero, well, thanks a lot for that donation. That is wonderful. And Andrew, I saw your super chat. Um, Thank you. Are you at an intensive care unit in Detroit? Well, stay strong there, and I'm sure you have the entire community with you. As Edie says here, hang in there and get well. Why would I dye my hair blonde, Joseph? what kind of joke is that? Veronica, the volcanic eruption in Iceland. Iceland is along. It's not here. You knew that, of course, but no, it has not affected Norway. It's far away. Is there a football game, Scotland Norway? No, I don't really watch football or soccer, as the Americans say. Uh, okay. Oh yes, Hattori Hanso. That was this funny comment. It wasn't meant to be funny, but my background, it's so unprofessional. I look like a hoarder because I have all these books and all the stuff. There are cups here, coffee cups, and my bow. One of my bows is there, and some stuff, but first and foremost, all these books. It's this person said that's a sign of mental illness. Can you believe it? Black Pigeon Pilled is asking, and that's a very good question. What platform, in your view, has the best future? You know, I don't know. Um, I believe we need to go back to websites because a website can be moved to another um, host or hosting provider in another geographical area where different laws apply and so on. But it's almost impossible to get people to go to websites now. And I think that is the big tragedy here. Because when you have such a hard time going to websites, you're giving all the power to the main actors on the internet, and that's not good at all. Edie says, I'm in Philadelphia at Children's Hospital. My 1-year-old special needs granddaughter coming home with me today. Well, how wonderful. She's coming home with you. That is wonderful. Yes, violent violent monk says, you're absolutely right. Website and email list are the only content you own. YouTube and the socials can drop you at any moment. Yes, they can. And I am working on, now let me just say that there is a subscription option on my website. And in 99% of the time, the cases, it works, but sometimes it doesn't for some reason. So I'm going to add an email list there that you can sign up to as well. Because I used to have that. I used MailChimp, but I then stopped because MailChimp, that was during the big cough thing. They started canceling customers who went against the official narrative. So I thought, screw. I have lots of screws in my garage. Them, they can go, yeah. But there are others, so I'll be looking into that, and you know, so yeah. Sarah says, I've gone back to websites more now. I get your email regularly. Thank you, and really enjoy your website. Thank you for that. The advantage is that you will be notified because I will send out an email. Well, I'm not doing it like every time. It's automatic, of course, but you will be notified, and you will be notified all my channels. I make a blog post, and there's a direct link there to, as per now, YouTube and Rumble, so you can choose where you want to see my video. directly from the blog post. That goes out in an email. I must admit that it's a bit stressful to send out a notification for all the live streams that way. So that will be replay, basically. And I don't want to spam people's email inbox either. So I might send out, like this one. Maybe I'll just wait until I've done another one, and then I'll put both links in a blog post. Substack, I heard about that. I checked it out. No, I don't use that. I don't want. That's where people pay to get your stuff. I don't. That's not really. No. Let's see here. Yeah, but there are other options here. The Woodlander, yes, says it's a shame. I like YouTube, but they are sinking their own ship. And to YouTube, yes, exactly. And I want to say this. Very soon now, YouTube is going to start complaining. Just wait and see. They're going to start complaining in the form that they will say that things are difficult. Things are difficult, and of course they're going to take even more money away from us creators. So I will say this now to YouTube. What's happening now and what is going to happen to this platform? You did that to yourself. You did this to yourself because you were greedy, childish, and stupid, and uneducated as well. Now, my fingers are a little bit stiff. Uneducated, and let's uncultured 5 or something. um, you did it. You're doing this to yourself. So, but you know what I think, and this is there are 2 reasons that I'm staying here, that I'm doing this still. First of all, my videos, even though they're shadow banned massively and very often demonetized and all that, they reach some people and they help some people. And that matters tremendously to me. That's important to me. And if a guy sitting by a campfire talking can help someone out there, I'll be that guy for as long as I can. And there's another reason why I'm staying. YouTube might change. They might change. There's a tiny, tiny little chance that they might change, that they will understand that they will never be TikTok and they will never be a podcast, and they have to go back to respecting the creators because the creators made YouTube. And if they can't do that, then they're going down, and it's going to go down fast. We have seen it before. And when it happens very quickly. So, Throat Calling already said it, says Jasper. They want more for themselves and less for us. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now, yeah, there is okay. So Sage Munafu Sage Menafo says, "You are now plugged into the Matrix, Bjorn. You have the winds of Odin behind you. Skål." Thank you. Well, I'm certainly not tied to the Matrix. And some of you here can relate. It's a strange thing being in society now when you are not. I use technology like this. That's fine. I have a good camera. I like my camera. So that's technology as well. And I upload videos and all that. But it's like I'm just watching people constantly on their smartphone, and they're so deeply connected to the Matrix. And there's another thing that I think is going on here, okay? And this is more like, I think the Woodlander, maybe you can relate. We're in the same age category, I think. And there's something called ageism. And there's this idea that how many years you've been here, how many winters you've been through on this earth, that should matter. So because it's like companies will not hire people in their 50s. They prefer to hire people around 30 who have a master's or a PhD from university and 20 years of work experience in the field. and what you end up with is a group of people with very little experience, and they don't have people saying no. And so they will run with the ball even when they shouldn't, and especially when they shouldn't. They will jump on trends, and they will lack critical sense. And okay, Iron Horse. Are you not operating? Oh, sorry. Just my smartphone here. Smartphone. You caught me. I'm in the Matrix. The smartphone. No, it's a dumb phone. Okay, that called me, and I am streaming on YouTube. But you know what, Iron Horse? There is a difference, and there's a text message. I'm that advanced. I get a text message. I get this a lot. And you're talking from place of jealousy. You are. It's so easy to see through this. No, I'm not connected. Well, I'm not. What did the writer? Operating from the Matrix. I'm not. Because here's the difference between me and you. When I finish this, I close the laptop. That's it. I don't carry that little tracking device with me in my pocket. I might be going that way. I might be going that way. I might just be sitting here. Nobody would know. This is very difficult for some people to understand. Now, I need to get the message across. Now, I tried to talk out in the woods to a tree, and Iron Horse, I don't think you heard me. So I'm doing this instead. You should really be thankful. Okay? I'll let the chat. Okay. So I'll let the chat move a little bit. Okay. What brand is my dumb phone? It's a Nokia. Um, they're like very, very cheap, you know, very cheap. What do you mean play it so fast? Norwegians are like this. uh, yeah, I don't care. Um, Sage Munafo says, I agree with you. I am saying you're not plugged into the matrix. You may use some technology from the matrix, but you know how to separate yourself. Yes. I have a principle. It's called the avatar principle. And it's something I would make a video about, but YouTube being what it is, what's the effing point? Um, uh, well, the principle is you need to have something representing you on social media and in the matrix. Otherwise, you will not be able to receive money, for what you're doing and so on. But that needs to be automated. It needs to run smoothly without you being there. Okay. So, yeah. Frank Pritt says Bjorn companies want to hire young people because they are naive and can easily be exploited. Yeah, that's probably true. It's also like people very a lot of people in companies, they don't want to hire people who are better than them, which is horrible, but that's the truth. They should hire people that will be doing a better job than them, but they won't. um, Jet Powers, are we doing the Bible thumping thing? Don't do that. If that's what you're doing, stop it. It's incoherent and stupid. And there will be a lot of Christian people here who are they see comments like that and they are embarrassed uh, on your behalf. um, uh, okay, okay. Margot, no, I haven't read that book from Sturla, but I know about it. I know about it. I'm sorry to hear that, and your nephews will and nieces, aged 21 to 36, they will not listen to anything you have to say. Okay, sorry to hear that. Okay. Kathleen from Queensland, Australia. That's wonderful. Um, and I have to ask, how is the weather now? Because you have summer now, don't you? Okay. Now, so basically, I want to say that I'm not bitter or anything like that. It's just a big shame that YouTube is doing this, that they are going down this road. Um, YouTube creators have been suffering for a long time. Now, YouTube will prop up some channels. They will do that. And it seems almost random sometimes which channels get pushed into the limelight, so to speak, and then they just blow up. Um, that's nice for those creators. And then YouTube will drop them. They will do that. And then suddenly that new video, from that 800,000 subscriber channel, a new video will get 10,000 views, not 500,000. So I think they're giving some channels some time. They're just pushing them up and into the so that people can see their videos and then they drop them. It's not organic what's happening. It's I honestly don't know what has happened. Some say the algorithm is broken. Some say it's broken on purpose. But there is certainly it's not organic. I I have good knowledge of statistics and probability and things like that from university. It's not like I just think that I know things. And looking at this, it seems like it doesn't make sense. It's not logical. It's not organic. So that tells me that there are someone pulling the strings here. And maybe they are doing that because they realize that the algorithm doesn't work. So that they'll pick some channels and throw them up and let them blow up. And other channels, of course, like my main channel is problematic and they will just push it down. Um, that's what I think is going on here. Um, and here's if someone from YouTube is listening, I'll give you a piece of advice, and it's for free. Can you believe it? But that's what you want, isn't it? You want us to work for free. And you get this. I'll give you this piece of advice for free. Here's how you fix things. It's very simple. You write into your algorithm the following: when someone subscribes to a channel, they get notification for every single new video made by that channel. Okay, when they are uploaded, and also at the end of the video, you will suggest another video. Okay, that should be another video by that same channel. That's it. That's it. Go back to subscription based, community based algorithm. Go back to that. And things will be much better. And I'm not saying this just because I want more traffic to my channel. I'm saying this because I'm effing irritated because you're hiding channels that I like, that I enjoy. I have to go and search for them. And it's gotten to the point now where it's such a nuisance, and you're spamming everything with crappy videos. Let's say I want to watch some bushcraft, and then you will suggest the yoga pants girls. They don't know bushcraft. When there's half the thumbnail is a butt, it's come on. You need to do better than that. It's just ridiculous. It's laughable. Stop doing that. Okay. So yeah, and also don't pour 20 effing ads into a live stream of 1 hour. Just don't do that. And also, here's another thing. If I mark my video as not monetized, I have some videos that I did not want to be monetized. Don't put ads in them. Okay. Yes. Piece of free advice there. So yes, Stuart, I can choose do not recommend, but they will still do it. Or similar videos, similar channels. For every yoga pant butt girl out there, there will be 100 other ones. And so you get rid of one, and there will be another one taking their place. Or the tough guys, especially Americans, I must say, the tough guys. They're out in the wild with their gun, and everything is dangerous. Oh my God, it's snowing. We might freeze to death, or the predators might take us. So yes. Greed. Isn't that one of the sins in Christianity? Uh, I agree. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is funny when I see these videos on the thumbnail. They say -5 Celsius. Oh, wow. How extreme. Oh, but to be fair, if I was, which I really, really want to do, I want to go to a desert and go hiking and camping in a desert because I've never been in a desert. Um, and if it's like very hot, I would probably, be tempted to say something about it or even write it on the thumbnail. Oh my God, it's so warm, because that would be extreme for me. So, um, yeah. So, yeah, they should go to Finland. Veronica, which desert? Yeah, 80% of Australia is desert. I would like to go back to Australia. Um, Absolutely. Moenibus says you lost your heritage and country. Who did? I didn't. Um, Savagely says I'm in the desert. It's up to 120 Fahrenheit here last summer in August. That sounds like a lot. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it sounds like a lot. Yeah, black pigeon pilled. So yeah, those videos, someone getting destroyed by an argument, and Jordan Peterson destroys student and all that. You know, and I think, well, you should do that. You know, a middle-aged man, like well educated and who debates people almost for a living, of course he will destroy some naive young student. You shouldn't do that. You should be nice to those people, even if they're naive and are saying stupid things. That's just, is that 120 Fahrenheit is 49 Celsius, 58 for, well, I could, that's a lot. That's a lot. Oh, okay. Um, Chris from Texas is here. Moenibus, I think he doesn't like me so much. Complain less, act more. Despise people that only cry and lament. Yeah, that's me. I only cry and lament about things. That's me. I don't do anything in my life. No. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Um, No Name, good to see you again. I remember your nickname, No Name. I was destroyed plenty of times by professors at university. Seems to me that many of these know nothings need an intellectual smack. Well, I I I think that as a teacher, or well, as someone much older, you should be kind to people. You know, you really should be kind to people. Rather ask them questions so that they can start that, so that it can start that thought process, so that they can arrive at better conclusions themselves. That's just me. So um okay. Yeah, Father No says uni professors think they are the gods. Yeah, there is certainly a little bit of that going on. I remember when I was in university and they were sitting there and they I think they enjoyed hearing their own voice a little bit too much. Um, okay. Yeah, Planet Nine says always be kind. You're not here to hurt others. Quite the opposite. Yeah, I agree. Well, it's different if you have someone that is on equal terms. You know, um, then I think you you shouldn't like you shouldn't go into an argument with the aim of winning an argument. You should go into an argument with the aim of learning something new. In my opinion. Violent Monk says, "Who needs university education anymore when we have the University of YouTube?" Yes. um, yeah, Father No says, "Uni professors can't stand anyone smarter than them. They can't stand anyone else coming up with an original thought." Um, I keep. Why do I take my glasses off? Joseph is asking, how much do you believe in university today, Bjorn, or do you see it as too high of a financial expense? Not sure if you ever addressed this. Well, I haven't, but I can. Maybe I should make a video about that. Now, um, I will say that if you can afford it or your family can afford it, well, if your family is not paying, you will have to take up, a mortgage. So you need to take that into account. So I think that yes, it if you have the intellect, let's be honest here, if you have the intellect for higher education, you should do it. But try to find something that you find is fun, that you see yourself working with, and that will also give you a job. Um, Now I don't know, but I would imagine that an example often used is gender studies. That for some people that's very interesting and they very passionate about that. But will it give you a job? Um, Maybe not. And then it's basically a waste of money. But let's say you want to study biology, that will probably give you a job. And if you're passionate about that, well, you should run with that. You should do that. Um, and well, many other examples. Archaeology. I wanted to study archaeology actually, but I studied economics instead. Um, and but then also, if your passion is working with your hands, then maybe you should do that instead. And not everyone has the intellect for university education. We are different. We need to realize that some people are better at thinking abstract than others. It doesn't mean that they are better, better human beings. It's just that we're a little bit different. Um, so we need to be honest with ourselves. What is right for you. Um, so okay, now I addressed it. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, archaeology is not so great in practice. Low pay digging into that. Yeah, I that that may be true. Um, I don't know honestly. I think I romanticize that job a little bit, um, and probably there's a lot of routine work, and I'm like, oh, I will be like Indiana Jones, and I go to this place and I find a Viking sword after digging like for half an hour, and I know, so it's probably not like that. Um, yeah, if only it was as fun as Indiana Jones. I wanted to be Indiana Jones actually when I was a kid. Um, yeah, um, Chilled Monkey Brain. You remember that one? You seen that movie? That was very disgusting. Yeah. So okay. Well, there are also stupid people in university, of course. You have that as well. Some universities or some fields, is that what you call it? Seem to function as places where people who don't really know what they're going to do go. They go there and they waste some years there. Uh, there is that as well. Just saying, you know. Uh, so now, are all your channels getting demonetized? No, no, my channels are not getting demonetized. Some of the videos are getting demonetized in the way that YouTube is telling me this video has been demonetized. But then also some videos are with high views are have a suspiciously low income. Like it doesn't make sense at all. So, you know, how would you compare Viking life to North American natives' life out on land, providing for self in the village? I will say that there were many similarities between the Norse and the people they met in North America at the East Coast um, back around AD 1000 and uh, and for the decades and maybe centuries after. They stayed there for a lot longer time than people realize. Actually, it was not a disaster, and they. But anyway, that's a different topic. So even the longhouses and all that, kind of similar. Funky Prepper is here. Good to see you there. How are things over in at your green, beautiful island? Yeah, it's a strange time. It's a strange time. Oh, Lexi, yes. Do you think it's like a shadow ban? Yes, absolutely. That's what we call it. When you have the odd curves on the views, just going nicely, and then down, just down. Um, yeah. Um, now, let's see here. I am getting ready to finish this live stream, but I just wanted to see if there are any comments that I should reply to. Sylvester, if you come to Norway from the EU, how could you find work? I don't know. There is work here. Uh, desperate need for people in several businesses here. So we're at the place now where we need people from outside of Norway to come and work here, because that's what I've heard. But like people who can work and who have some kind of education that is relatable to what they're going to do. And Western esotericism. I don't know much about that, so I would have to do quite a lot of studying to make a video on that. So I don't think that will happen anytime soon. Okay. Funky Prepper is going live tonight, 8 p.m. UK time. Okay. Yeah, so if anyone wants to go there, 8 p.m. UK time to Funky Prepper, that's today. Darcy says, every time I wander off in my local woods, I think about your videos. Really? Oh, thank you for that. Who's quitting YouTube? Well, I can't remember all the names now, but there seems to be a trend where larger YouTubers are now quitting. And I wrote, why are they all quitting? They're not all quitting. Not everyone on YouTube is quitting, but it's just, I was trying to be a little bit clickbaity there in the title. I have to try my best here. A black pigeon build is a secret for now. Yeah, we could make another video. Absolutely, Funky Prepper. Yeah, being cancelled. I think that's happened already for me. I could tell you some stories. So, yeah, that train has already left the station. In my case, and I'm one of the untouchables now. And yeah, let me talk a little bit about that. It's like I do care, but also not so much, because my income, doesn't depend on this thing here I'm doing here. So, but it's like you get actually sort of freedom being one of the untouchables, and I'm using the untouchables in India. They have this cruel system where some of them are the untouchables, right? And of course, it's not that bad, but it is. It's strange, and that's why I get irritated. You see, when people say that I'm all, better than us. You're in the matrix as well. Look at you. You're on YouTube. Well, you simpletons saying that, you don't realize that I've had to pay quite a huge price. I won't get into details, but I can't share everything from my private life online, of course. So, but a big price. I had to pay a big price. And if it was so that I was in the matrix, I wouldn't say that, it gives me freedom to be cancelled. It gives me freedom. I will say what I like. I will tell people to F off if I want to. I have no. I'm not timid about it. I'll say what I want, I'll take what I want, and I'll do what I want, and I don't care about the consequences, because I'm already cancelled, and what more can they do? I'm not doing anything illegal. So what more can you do? All you can kick me out of YouTube was your loss, YouTube. Well, actually, I wouldn't like that at all, not because of YouTube. I don't care about YouTube, but I care about you guys and this community. Yeah. So David Paulides news podcast leaving YouTube. I don't know about that one, but yeah, I guess that's another one. And Odin is dead. He is not known. It's incoherent. It's incoherent. Jed says, I know he's not. He sends ravens. Well, okay. Okay. You want to see the wooden smartphone? On popular demand. There it is. Behind the raven banner. There it is. Hello. Yeah. Here's a fun little thing that you can do. If you have some nephews or nieces who really want a smartphone, oh, they want a smartphone for Christmas, you make a wooden one. Right, you can use the exact measurements of one, a new iPhone or whatever they're called now, and you wrap it up nice, and then you can look at the expression of joy as they're unwrapping their present on Christmas Day, and how much fun and joy and a good laugh you will have when they discover that it's made out of wood, and you will be the most popular uncle or aunt that year. So okay. Well, I'm not Violent Monk. I don't want to move behind a paywall, because as long as these videos seem to help people, and a lot of people are telling me that they do, then I want them to be accessible. And right now, a lot of people have not so much money as well. So, there is that. So, some material should probably be behind a paywall. I can, yeah, there is, because of safety concerns and so on. But I don't use that. So all these platforms, that's all good and well, but you can be kicked off, and they can be closed down at any moment. Use the websites. Use the websites, please. And as I've said a million times now, if you subscribe to my website, you will be notified when I have new videos. You will get an email, and you click on that email, and there's a link there to my videos, now also on Rumble, and you can choose where to watch it, YouTube or Rumble. So, okay. Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this live stream. Well, yes, now I'm Blue Muse. Well, thank you. Yes, a lot of likes. Absolutely. 504 likes. 597 people watching. Yeah, it's out of sympathy because I'm such a hoarder with, you can see all the books means I'm a hoarder, and I'm messy, and I all the books means that I have a mental illness, like this person wrote. Uh, so that's funny. Okay. Let's try to stay hopeful. I mean, there is this attitude, you see, and it's a very Viking thing. In my mind, it is. Well, I know it is, but it might not be exclusive to Norse culture. It's this how you should welcome the fight, and the more mighty your opponent, and more difficult to fight, the more honor there is in it. And this certainly is a fight against a mighty opponent. And we're doing this not for ourselves. We're doing it for our kids. And okay. I don't know how limited. I don't know. I hope not. Okay. So I have to go now. But thank you for joining. I'm quite busy in the mornings now with my editing of the new novel. So I'll try to do these live streams later. I might not be able to do a live stream until Monday again. I have a video on the main channel tomorrow. I'm going back to upload Saturday nights or Saturday morning for people in the USA on my main channel, because it didn't really work out so well to do that midweek. So apparently I have to do it in the weekends. That's okay. Okay. Bjorn Andersen, will there be a new lockety lock? That's a new word. We're talking. We're reduced to clowns now. We have to talk like little children and clowns and codes. Will there be that this winter due to a new big cough thing? I don't know. I would guess not. Maybe not. But I am observing who is getting sick. And I am observing that a lot of people are getting sick now. And those who didn't get the big cough medicine thing, they seem to be okay. What do I know? Just an observation, you know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't want anyone to get sick. I don't want anyone to get sick. It's yeah. Stay warm in the jumper. Yeah, this is a warm jumper, absolutely. Yeah, well, I have an appointment in about 1 hour, and I'll tell you what it is. I will be at the powerlifting club, and I will be wrapping the knees of one of the young lifters there with. Some people, they use a suit and they wrap their knees in the squat. They compete with that equipped, they would call it the equipped class. I used to do that, but now I'm unequipped. And he asked me to wrap his knees, so I get to inflict some pain on one of the young guys there. That's 4 o'clock. I promised to do that. Looking forward to that. Um, and yeah, great fashion sense. Well, thank you, Veronica. Yes, that's why. um, Coordinates color and layers well. Even when lifting, he has style. Really? Well, yes, of course. Of course, it's of course. I have to admit, I don't think so much about that, but um, okay, I'll just scroll up. No, I didn't. I didn't. I can't outdoor watch. I can't see your comment. Actually, no, there are lots of comments here. Oh, we got a new member, Darcy. Welcome as a member to the channel. Explorer says, "Stop crying, Bjorn." Okay, thanks for caring, Explorer. You must be such a kind and nice person. It's good to have you here. Okay, so Will Ross says, "Ain't crying, it's putting the world to rights." Yes, exactly. Exactly. I could say to who was that? Who said, "Stop crying"? I can't remember your name now, but to that person, I would say, "Stop being a slave. Stop living your life on your knees. Stand up for yourself." Okay. You want the same jumper, Funky Prepper? Well, um, we'll have to talk a little bit about that. I could probably get you one here and send it to you. Okay. Um, okay, I have to go now. I have to go. I have to walk the dogs. And yeah, have a wonderful day. And always remember you're the best. Don't let anyone belittle you. You are all awesome. And I hope to see you soon. And yeah, we'll talk soon. Bye.